Welcome back to Solomon's Porch with your host, Jason.
And Sean.
Welcome back, sir.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you co-hosting the show with me, sir.
I am here today.
Don't know how often I tell you I appreciate you, Sean.
I don't know either.
And Sean, you are my favorite co-host.
And as are you mine.
Absolutely. So we're going to be sharing our top 5 animated Disney films, even though later we're going to be discussing whether or not we should boycott Disney. But that's coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. So Sean, you came off with this list right off the bat as soon as we started trying to brainstorm this session, and yeah, man. So
you want me to go ahead and start this thing?
Let's jump into it, man.
All right. So, you know, whether or not you feel like Disney, good, bad, evil, empire, whatever, I think that pretty much everybody's had a point in time in their life when they were like, oh, dude, I remember that Disney. Oh, that's my favorite Disney film. So, you know, probably no matter what, everybody's got some sort of favorite Disney film. So I'm going to start with my number 5. And this one goes back mostly for me as just a movie that as a kid I really enjoyed the most.
Hold on, we have to say this though. Specifically, this is like the first time we've never had an overlap.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there are no movies that we have in common. That's kind of amazing.
That's never happened.
Yeah, that's cool. So anyway, this movie when it released officially the first time on Blu-ray, my daughter was actually in the hospital at Duke, and at UNC, and I went to Target specifically to go buy this film. In part because I definitely wanted to make sure that I had it on disc, but so that way we could watch it with her in the hospital. And that is Alice in Wonderland. Very dated, older film, still lots of fun. You know, you can talk about all the politics and whatever and the extra meanings and whatever liberal extra garbage that you want to apply to it. And if you have an annotated version of the original story, then, you know, you can get into that discussion somewhere else. But it's just a fun film. And Painting the Roses Red, I can never get that out of my head. It's always there. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Painting the Roses Red. Anyway, so Alice in Wonderland.
Awesome, man. So I did have to go back a little bit because, I mean, most of the films I watched when I was a kid. Some of them I immediately remembered, and then... so anyway, so my number 5 is The Incredibles.
Wait, was that from your childhood?
No, that wasn't from my childhood.
Oh, okay.
But I do think it was a great movie, even as an adult watching it.
Yeah, no, it's totally a lot of fun.
It really is. You know, it's I guess, you know, some of the stuff, most of it's family okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything real specific that was not appropriate for kids, but in this day and age, most anything has something that's not appropriate for kids.
Well, and even if there was stuff more geared for adults, I mean, we've been getting that with Looney Tunes since, you know, however long ago.
True that. So, but yeah, The Incredibles, I just think it's
an incredible film.
Yeah, it really is. You know, I love the family dynamic. You know, I felt a little bit of Miss Invisible with the mother character and all that. Was it the mother? Yeah, the mother went disappeared. Yeah, but you know, then they had the little baby. That was hilarious.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of great dynamics to it. Yeah, man. So my number 5 is The Incredibles.
All right. Yeah. No. Totally good film. All right. My number 4. This is actually probably my wife's number 1 film, and you know, at first I was not that into it, and it grew on me, and it's just it's found its way, it's wiggled its way into my heart, and that's The Princess and the Frog. The story in general has kind of always been whatever. But I think because of the whole like New Orleans Bayou kind of thing going on, that whole vibe, I love it. It just feels fun and playful. I also love that we finally get an African American representation within the princesses. but maybe it was the voodoo or something that kind of threw me off. I don't know what it was that when I first watched it, it was just kind of meh. But I love this film. In fact, when my wife and I are at home and it's like, well, I don't know, all I've got are Star Trek and Star Wars, and she's like, yeah, all I got's Hallmark movies. Okay, well, we can put in Princess and the Frog, and we're okay with that. So
Yeah, so are you the frog?
sure.
Okay. My number 4 is Toy Story 3, specific.
What?
Toy Story 3.
That's like my least favorite.
Let me tell you why.
You're gonna have to.
Let me tell you
You're
why.
gonna have to do some great convincing on that one.
Toy Story 1 would have made it.
Yeah.
Would have made it. It's a great film.
Classic, right? Started it all.
Classic. Toy Story 3 is the only animated film that has made me tear up. Yeah. And I think who was it on Big Bang Theory who also was it Leonard? I can't remember who it was. But one of the guys from the Big Bang Theory, they were talking about getting teary-eyed because they were going down the conveyor belt into potentially into the fire. And you're watching it, and I don't know. Like, they did a really, really great job because I've heard a lot of people talking about that one scene in the film.
I have to be a little concerned about you if you're like getting teary-eyed over animated toys potentially being destroyed.
Here's the thing. I did grow up watching Toy Story.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
Yeah.
So the movie holds, a specialized place in my heart.
Uh-huh.
So as an adult, I'm looking at, it's like your childhood is going into the fire.
Yes, as it should. Yes, we should put away childish things. Anyway, all right.
Look, man, look. It doesn't say burn it in the fire. It just says put it away. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, fire's a good place to put it.
All right. Number 3.
All right, number 3, Mulan. Okay, so even if you're not a fan of, say, like the music that takes place in it, that's fine. But Ming-Na Wen and Eddie Murphy, what? Come on! I mean, it's just it's awesome. It's epic. It's so much fun. And our first Asian princess. You might be seeing a trend here. I don't know. Maybe. But anyway, I don't know, man. And the live action film is one of my favorite live action Disney films too. Which thankfully had like no singing in it. So.
Oh dang! I didn't realize it had James Hong, B.D. Wong, Pat Morita.
Yeah, it's got a lot of
Donny Osmond. Hold on, he don't fit that.
No, I don't know about that. But it does have a lot of like very notable Asian actors voicing in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mulan. Did I mention Ming-Na Wen in it? I'm just saying. I'm a fan.
Agent May.
Yeah.
Fennec Shand.
So anyhow, Mulan, man, love the film. The second one was it was whatever. But definitely the first film. Well worth having.
Gotcha. My number 3 is Hercules.
Hercules. Oh.
Not that. Honestly, man, this is one that I had as a kid. Yeah, my parents had a lot of Disney movies on VHS.
Uh-huh.
And this is one I watched over and over and over again.
I'm so sorry.
They had Beauty and the Beast. They had, Little Mermaid, all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
This was really the only one that was more geared towards boys in a way.
Uh-huh.
It was a male character.
Right.
And I don't know, man. I just, for whatever reason, I really enjoyed the film.
Okay.
I mean, maybe I envisioned myself as this scrawny kid wanting to be a hero of some sort.
Okay.
But I don't know, man. I just really enjoyed it. Even I enjoyed the music in the movie whenever I was a kid.
Right. Yeah.
Like from zero to hero. So yeah.
See, I couldn't even tell you that was.
Yeah. Then you had the little half donkey, half guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that film pretty fairly well.
Right, move along. Move along.
My movies are better than yours.
Oh yeah, totally. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
All right, number 2 for me. I'm gonna go pretty new on this.
Wait. I see a trend in yours too. I don't have a trend in mine. I see a trend in yours.
Except for my number 1.
Yeah, but it's still a trend.
You think so?
I'll tell you at the end.
Okay, all right, you'll have to because I'm not sure that I'm seeing it. All right, Brave. I mean, you know, I- what else can you say? I mean, you're talking about
Hercules was great.
Highlands. You're talking Scottish. It's just I mean it's epic, man. You've got that mystery level to it. You've got that little bit of um, folklore that ties everything in, and it's just it's hilarious. Those little boys just totally make that film. But all the trouble that they get into, the reconciliation between mom and daughter is awesome. So anyway, yeah,
Never seen it.
I like it.
Never seen it.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
I'll have to let you borrow it then.
my number 2 is
Brave.
Finding Nemo.
See, really, what?
Yeah, it's a classic, man. It became a classic as soon as it hit.
With Ellen DeGeneres in it? Really?
I didn't put Finding Dory.
Oh,
Put Finding Nemo.
Well, yeah, no, I get that, but who?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, it was such a good film though that they did have a spinoff. How many other
But
Disney
it was a
films?
bad spinoff.
How many other Disney animated films have had spinoffs?
But it was a bad spinoff, though.
Still.
it was-
Like I get it, but it was a great movie though.
But
It was a great movie
I
though.
don't know. It was okay.
Yeah, I mean, just
Okay.
everything from just you got the father desperately looking for her son, the son trying to stay alive, the whole father son thing, the sharks. I mean,
The sharks were the best thing of that entire film.
they were a funny component to it.
Well, okay, the sea turtle.
Then the little girl with the braces shaking the bag. Where's my car? All right, number one.
Oh, my number one. Oh, man, I'm not even sure where to begin with this film. So, I'll go ahead and explain the first layer is that this was like one of my daughter's favorite movies. I loved it when it came out. It's foodie related. Food Network jumped in on the bandwagon. You probably already know what movie I'm already leading to here. It's playful. It's got great characters in it. It's got action involved with it, and it's all about anyone can cook. Yes, that's right. I mean Ratatouille. Yes, I mean, dude, it's just it's star-studded, and it's playful, and it makes anyone feel like, in fact, yes, they can cook. It's just.
Can they?
I love that. Well, see, and the thing is that it's not even just like can cook, right? It's
was
like
funny.
can do something. So don't feel like that there's, oh, well, I can't do this because I'm not this. Yeah, you can. And I think, granted in today's society, I think that we're a lot more accepting of this than we were when this movie came out. But like with special needs populations, that yes, you can do. It is possible. And so often they've been told no, or that they just felt as though they themselves that they couldn't do. But this movie encourages you to be able to say that, you know what, even though I don't feel like that this is, something that I can do, or society tells me that I can't do this, you know what, you can. And that's empowering. I love that. Anyway.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yeah, you get that?
No.
Okay, never mind. Some people will. All right, my number one, probably the most classic Disney film.
See, and I think that's part of the reason why I would be like,
you don't like
absolutely
any
not.
common choices or popular choices. You like to go.
But see, I mean, even when it came out, I was kind of like, yeah, no. The hyena, which isn't it? Whoopi Goldberg's the hyena. Oh, dude, I probably just gave it away.
Yeah, you did. You did.
That sucks.
The Lion King.
I'm sorry.
The Lion King.
Actually do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different components to the film. That just make it a great film. Now, I have heard that it was a ripoff of another country's similar version of a movie. I don't know how true it is or not, but needless to say, you got so many. I mean, it's so classic. There's so many things from the film, the songs, like everything about it is classic. It
James Earl Jones is probably the only thing worthwhile there.
I mean, that's one of his.
I don't know. Matthew Broderick as Simba, Rowan Atkinson as Zazu was pretty good. Nathan Lane as Timon.
James Earl Jones he's the classic voice.
But honestly, Whoopi Goldberg as Shenzi was the best part of it all. So.
Yeah, you got the nasty uncle. Everybody has an uncle they don't like.
And that was Jeremy Irons. So he
really?
did it. Yeah, he did a great job. Scar.
Oh, I never actually looked at the cast. I honestly never look at the cast for
Dude,
for
you
animated
really
films.
should look at that cast.
Like in general, I really don't care who cast is for any animated film. It just doesn't really do anything for me at all. But oh shoot, yeah. Rowan Atkinson. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, man. Nathan Lane.
Yeah, Mr. Bean. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Cool stuff.
Jonathan
I didn't
Taylor
know
Thomas.
that. I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Dang on. Anyway, Lion King. Everybody's seen it. There's nothing really I can say to really introduce people to the characters or anything. But yeah. I know anything that's a common answer. You're going to yawn at.
Well,
Yeah. The theme in your list is there's no lead actors. No male lead actors. No male lead actors. What I mean.
Ratatouille,
It's about a rat though.
but it's still male.
It's a rat though.
But it's still male.
It's not a rat. No men lead.
No, you said male.
Okay, men. Well, how do you know he's male? Did he identify as male?
Yeah, he
does?
He
You sure?
does.
You sure?
Yes. Now, I'm not saying that he's not gay. I'm just saying he does
All
identify
right.
as male.
Well, all right. You got some honorable mentions on your list.
Yeah. So my favorite growing up was The Jungle Book. So got to put a mention in there on that. I really like Moana. That Island Pacific stuff. Always lots of fun. Soul was surprisingly good. Really
I need to watch
enjoyed
that.
that.
Yeah.
Anyway, definitely worth watching. Enjoyed it a lot. And Raya and the Last Dragon was also a really great film. So those are some of the newer ones, and they definitely made my list. Honorable mentions.
Yeah, mine would be Tarzan if I had to add one to it.
Yeah, I know somebody that's like totally into Tarzan, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. I didn't actually dig it. I mean, I watched, the movies, live action stuff
Right.
of, Tarzan movies, but the animated, I don't know, really?
Yeah, I just like the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting
Yeah.
when it's like live action.
Yeah, man. Most of my stuff, I don't know.
give
What's
you a hard
my
time,
newer
bro.
one? Incredibles, I think.
Yeah, I think that's your newest one.
You got a lot of newer stuff than what I got.
Yeah, I do
mean,
actually.
A few, not a lot, but
Yeah.
it's only 5 choices here. Yeah, man. I guess it's weird because I get younger kids, so it seems like I'd be the one that's watched all the most recent Disney films.
But you hadn't.
I don't watch any of them. I really don't. Our kids
Yeah.
don't watch them.
Yeah.
Like kids don't really watch Disney anything anymore. They mostly watch YouTube. Kids playing with toys
That might be scarier.
and how to draw stuff. Anyway, that's our round 5 animated Disney list. What did we leave off? What should we add to it? What's your top 5 list? We'll be back with another segment.
Doesn't
Stay
matter.
tuned.
My list is right.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about
Yeah.
whether or not we should cancel Disney, whether or not we should boycott Disney. So stay tuned.